how to recognize what's important and what to focus on in before and after ceremonies and different kind of medicinal journeys. So welcome.
Oh, thank you. It's really nice to be here with you both.
Welcome. Appreciate having you here. And yeah, I'd love to know a little bit more about your backstory and the interest in this world, because as you mentioned, it's a new space of people are now accepting plant medicine as a recognized form of therapy, and you seem to be like at the forefront of this, bringing more awareness to plant medicine as a way of integrating it into your life. So where did this interest come from in your life, and how did that start for you?
Yeah, thank you for that. Indeed, it's this whole realm of psychedelic wellness, psychedelic therapy. It's becoming quite, it's on everyone's minds these days. And as an integration advocate and educator, I really feel that it's important to also bring that awareness to what could happen and what needs to happen after people go through these altered states journeys. For me personally, how this started was really through a personal experience. And I was early on, my early 20s, late teens, suffering from depression and anxiety. For a long time, I was really suffering and unable to cope. And at the time, living in the US, what my family and what I thought was the right way was to take pharmaceutical drugs, SSRIs, benzodiazepines, anti-anxiety pills. And that really supported the symptoms, but didn't actually go after the root cause of why I was feeling the way I was. I suffered a loss and I wasn't able to grieve and to cope from it. And so my mental health was really suffering. And I was trying all kinds of things, but at the end of the day, I was working with these pharmaceutical drugs, and that wasn't really putting a Band-Aid over the problem. Fast forward a few years, I was living in New York, and I came across a group of people that were doing things a little bit differently. They were connecting with meditation, with yoga, with therapeutic movement and dance, and they were going and spending weekends in nature and just connecting with the forest. And that showed me another way of looking at myself as an integrated being. And so when I was offered to do a plant medicine experience, I said, okay, I'm going to try this because I feel that might be what I really need right now. I've tried all these other ways and it wasn't working for me. And so that plant medicine journey really opened the doors. It completely opened my way of seeing the world and actually taking that autonomy back to myself to be able to work through the mental issues that I was suffering from. And so by no means did that plant medicine experience cure me or make all my problems go away. It wasn't like overnight I was ready to go. But it started me on a path of discovering my inner self and discovering how I can actually help myself from a deep place of actually looking at those root causes of why I was suffering the way I was, and not just taking an antidepressant just to treat some of those symptoms. And so that began a very long journey. In many ways, my whole life has been one long integration of that very first journey that I had, because there has been so much that has happened in my life, and I've managed to be able to weave in this realm of altered states of consciousness professionally, but it wasn't always like this. I was navigating worlds. I, in many ways, had a double life. I was working in tech for many years, and I still really enjoy working in the startup space. But on the side, I was also navigating my holistic well-being. I was working with these altered states and also with dance, with meditation. And over the years, I decided to actually start bridging these worlds. And this is where it led me to going back to university, to studying neuroscience. I really wanted to understand what was actually happening in my brain, truthfully, when I was working with these altered states. So I did the neuroscience studying the effects, the integrative effects of psilocybin together with psychotherapy for people with depression. And shortly after that, I joined a company that was investing in the psychedelic space. And that's when I got really involved in the business side and the investment side of this industry. And so I've touched, there's much more we can go into, but I've really touched a lot of different worlds within that space, though it did stem from very much a personal journey.
Mm-hmm.